All right, welcome for another episode of Knights of Marr. Unfortunately, we're not in Day of the Damned as of yet. Blame Bright for that and Sally. Uh, we
What do you
come
mean blame
back
Bright for
after
that?
the.
Bright is innocent in this. He doesn't want Day of the Damned to
You're not
happen in the
innocent
first
of
place.
anything.
If Bright had his way, Day of the Damned never would have happened.
Anyway, we just came off of an adventure where the lot of you had assaulted the tower where Undeath gathers. The results of which was Rama, Korak's character, almost dying. Invader's character gaining some insight, and a few of you getting very close to, if not completely done with, collecting the items you need for getting a material quest reward. You fought a black coach holding a strange, emaciated corpse. I do see Korax now appearing. Hello.
Hey.
And you have, and your hints bringing it back to Freeport, but you are taking a rest along the way, sleeping in the desert, correct?
Yeah, make sure to have Rama sleep on top of the coffin as it's closed.
I can roll for survival if we need it. Also, the roll thing's gone from my screen.
Well, that is just one simple. Whoops.
That's
not the right one.
odd. The rollers aren't loaded at all.
Correct. That is what the roller does.
Oh, but the rollers themselves aren't loaded like these.
Oops.
Oh, that's like you don't see the buttons yourself?
Yeah.
Weird. Can you roll with
I
chat?
can see.
Man?
Here, let me fix that for you.
That will probably fix it, honestly.
If it doesn't crash the game, it'll fix it.
Yep,
This,
fixed it for
fixed
me.
it. It fixed it and it didn't crash the game. Man, we're on a roll today.
Just made it super. Why are there tits in the sky?
What
what?
the fuck are you on about? Ah, I see
Oh, I see them now.
it.
Why are they 3D?
Who drew that?
Because there's the
They're
corner
yellow.
right there.
I'm
'Cause they're
guessing
yellow.
Atronach did.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm Slander.
You
Someone
are Slander?
obviously picked the yellow color to slander him.
Where the fuck? Where's the drawing? Where is this?
It's gone now.
Oh,
Can't review your damn handiwork.
oh. Wait, were you talking about the boobs in the corner?
Yes. For some reason, Invader really honed in on those things.
Hell yeah! I got boobs on my little table here. Let's go.
Man, I wish I had some boobs on my table right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, so true. Can go off.
All right. At any rate, you guys camp for the night in the desert at a point along your adventures. Let's say there, and let's see. Wolf Sadler, you do want to find snakes at some point, right?
Yes, I do.
You need to make a survival check to see if you can hunt some down.
Survival. +2. Oh, nice.
Yes, not only do you find one snake, you find well enough snakes to kill with some ease, thanks to your wolf companion, to fashion, well, that you actually are complete with all of your items except for the item you need from Blag, the ogre merchant.
Yes, indeed. Nice.
All right, and assuming you guys are taking shifts, I need a couple perception rolls, one for the character that is on the first shift and one's on the second.
Who
I
wants
suppose
to
I'm
do it?
relatively uninjured. I can take one of the watches. We'll do
I suppose I could do another.
a 4.
All right.
Ain't great.
First watch. There was.
Oh, that's wrong. Why is that? Wait, no, I think I rolled a 10. Well,
You rolled a 10. Congrats.
No, I think
Uh,
you.
did I? Hold on. I don't.
I think you literally rolled 10 plus 3.
Oh, yeah, you rolled 10
Mm.
plus.
No, I don't
wasn't
think I
D10.
did.
No. I see. I just looked at it on the table. It actually was.
Yeah,
You rolled
yeah.
10 and a 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
it
the
was
format
10.
of your. Just the format that's
Yeah.
written in is strange.
No, I specifically made the command to accept it, not having a space, if it's directly followed by a number or D.
All right. So, you find nothing of note for the first part of the night. So you gotta erase some things from Invader. Get rid of Invader's ability to draw on the table.
I'm editing my skills right now.
Not sure
Yep.
why you're removing Invader's abilities to draw on the table.
Because clearly he misuses them.
Clearly. Let's see. As for the second night, off in the distance, you see people wandering around in the desert, but they're far away from your location.
I can't imagine there's anything to make me. I wouldn't notice anything that makes them seem like my problem.
All right. And with that, you are fully rested. Rama has recovered much of his lost strength thanks to the restorative efforts of. Oh, wrong button. Thanks to the efforts of everyone.
Rama strong again.
Yay.
Rama together strong.
Rama smash.
Yeah.
All right. And with that being done, you can return to the town of Freeport. All right. So now you're at the town of Freeport. You're carrying a coffin on the southern road. Let's see. You bring it up to the gates, and the guards stop you, wondering what you're carrying. That Jesus Christ, that's wrong.
What, huh? What are you talking about?
You're fucking part of the table.
What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong here.
That's what I.
Yes. Yep,
Hey,
so you
Mayor,
make it
that's
to the
what I.
gates,
That's what I
turn-
wrote in the corner.
Fucking children. Anyhow, you're stopped at the gates by the guards. They're wondering what's in that coffin.
They want to know what's in the coffin.
Yes.
Well, we don't
what does
think
one
his
u-
name is Andrew.
what does one usually transport in a coffin? Forehead.
The guard crosses his arms. Don't get crass with me. Anyone can store anything into a box.
If you want to poke the dead person, it's your prerogative.
I'd also say get in line. We found a body. And we're just here to get everything straightened out. It's
Yeah,
quite
whose
old.
body is
I
it?
don't believe. Well, it's old, emaciated, half rotten, quite well preserved.
An archaeological find.
Not anyone you know.
Not anyone knows. They've been dead for over. He counts on his fingers.
A while.
How long has it been since elves owned this land?
The guard sighs. Well, I suppose you got the coin to pay the corpse tax to enter here.
Now, what's the corpse tax?
What the?
First I've heard of it. Can I make a law check? I have
Yes, you may make a law check.
I get +2 to this. Yeah, 10.
Well, the law is expansive with many taxes, including those on unchecked luggages for waiving contraband searches. There's no such thing as a corpse tax. Perhaps one is thinking of the funeral charges, but to be held in a public place, but that is not
Okay.
obviously
So
not the case here.
I will say to him, excuse me, sir. According to my knowledge of the city, there is no corpse tax in effect here.
Oh yeah, and who are you? Some beggar from the west side.
I walk
I'm
up
a
to them
scholar.
annoyed.
Excuse your tongue. I have extensive knowledge of this place.
Great, Rama, you walk up to the armor-clad guard, his hand sitting comfortably on his sheath.
I'm there to back him. I'm there to back him up. While towering over the guard.
Yon will
Oh, yeah, and,
approach. Now. I believe you're asking for something quite specific. Rather than play coy, just come out and say it.
Uni man
Right.
tries to shake us down.
Yeah, now that your scholarly friend is being polite, introducing us to his larger friend there, I'm willing to lower down the tax to 1 silver.
I lean in slightly closer.
Yon will rest her delicate hand on her dagger.
1
now,
silver.
we needn't antagonize the guards. They're simply doing their job, right?
Very well.
I'm sure.
However,
I'm
we
sure.
expect this to work both ways.
Hold on. I'm sure 1 silver tax will be waived by the guilds we work for, right?
Yon's just gonna look at you. Small smile.
Listen, they don't know who we work for.
Oh yeah, and who you working for then?
Let's see. What would a good guess be?
Who do you work for, puny man? He leans in closer. Basically right above him.
Oh,
Direct cap.
We've all
Direct cap.
Rob is
we've
now
all-
looking
Tibbles.
directly down over him.
we've all
Tibbles?
sorts. We've all sorts in this caravan.
All sorts, and none of you working for 1 guild. I don't see why it'd be a matter that any guild would be sticking out their necks for the likes of you.
Does your captain know you do this?
And who do you think tells us to collect tax?
Yes,
Interesting.
whatever. Let us through. And Yon will just throw a silver coin at him, letting it clunk off his chest.
with a adept dexterity, he catches it, saying, "Well, your corpse carrying tax is paid for, but do not forget there was always other taxes upon entering cities. But I'll let you off with a warning for now on those ones."
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm sure. Oh, what's your name, by the way, good sir?
Oh, me? I'm a mill. You can see me
Emma.
later if you so like.
I might. And
I'll just lean over and whisper to fuck is Yarn.
Yawn.
Um, I think he believes you are some sort of prostitute. Go ahead and entertain him.
Let him think that. You get no entertainment aside from a short acquaintance with me.
What do you mean he believes?
Re- remind me when I own this city to do a purge of the city guard.
Oh, you'll have
Own
to
the
get
city?
mine. Now, I know an exacting place for this body. Of course, everything else will remain with all of you.
Let's
You can sell
let's
for
sta-
valuables, but the corpse itself, I know where it will be
Let's,
most appreciated.
let's take it back to the Sybil first. Maybe she can tell us more about it.
Well, I'd rather we didn't. I'm looking for a fight.
It's best we know what we're selling before we part with it cheap.
I'll be back in a couple
True,
minutes.
true. However, when we do the selling, you'll have to leave that to me. It's an exclusive club.
I'm sure you'll enjoy some backup.
I'm afraid I wouldn't.
And no one's going to object to having a bard around.
I do.
You're going to get a very blank smile at that remark.
He's just going to whistle the speed song.
A bard? My pet monster's gay.
Damn.
No, you should be thinking. No, the correct response to that is, oh.
Wait, is it female?
No.
Also, does it matter since it's technically bestiality and you don't have consent anyways?
Get in the fucking city.
You sure you want
We
them
can,
in?
what is it, back bell test? We can back bell test this.
No.
Anyway,
No, it's because of the H. I forget what.
Anyway, you're
Anyway,
able to
off the-
drag
off to
the
the,
coffin back in.
yeah, off to the Seekers of Truth.
All right.
You can look on the
Arrive-
underside. The proofing mark of the coffin is an A and an L.
Clearly not Sally.
That would explain some very horrible things.
All right. So you get into the Seekers of Truth. Might as well just load that. Because why not? Oh shit, I don't have those guys loaded into here. Why not? Yeah, when you open the door, you're greeted by one of the knights that you'd seen before. Standing guard nearby the door, greeting you as you entered.
Small nod.
Why is the resizing off?
They just draw the coffin on the floor.
Just draw a coffin.
Yeah. Be right back. I need to get a drink.
Of course you do.
Meaning spicy kinds.
So yeah, that's how you draw a coffin. Alright, you come into Secrets of Truth. You see that one of the monks that you'd seen the day prior has been here. Well, is still there. Pass it down. She welcomes you on your return and asks, what is this that you bring before me today?
Covered it from the sight of one of your visions. We could use more insight as to who it was and why they were buried in such a peculiar fashion.
Solinor looks at the coffin and says, you do bring a thing of darkness to my door, but I shall look upon it. She says as she approaches. Let's see. Sir Macaron's there, and he's the one that personally opens the casket for Selenor to look at the desiccated corpse inside. You're at a tilt. Selenor
bad.
looks in and says, this is one who has died of several hundreds of years past. However, it seems that there's still life within them.
Oh, do you share?
Some sort of undead then?
Can't have been.
Lucius is just gonna hush Rama over to stand above them with the mace.
Rama follows.
Can't be
Just,
the type
you
of
know,
undead that is noticed.
if they start moving.
She says, looks like this being has been asleep for some time. And that some people have been drawing upon them for power.
Fascinating.
They have otherwise ventured far from the lands to the south. They're not native to Marr. They were taken here by force.
That had been ages ago.
A name sticks to my mind when I look upon them. It is Erendver. She then looks to Sir Makar and saying, the name itself doesn't mean anything to me.
Does the name mean anything to you?
Let's see.
Roll history?
Yeah, roll history.
Okay.
You think greatly about the name. It is not one of constant import. Though you do think about the lands to the south, Court Knox, they call it. It has been rumored that this overland nation is filled with those that use the undead, not by the will of Akrat, but through several other sources, most of them arcane willed. Faith in God of those lands is little of essentially Aldor's power. And a great number of the ruling class are among the ranks of sentient undead.
Yeah. Okay.
While the name in particular means nothing to you, you can guess that this is some kind of nobility from Court Knox.
Well, I don't know this one in particular, but do you mean to say that this is one of the elites from down there with those godless heathens?
I know not about godless heathens, but I do believe it comes from Court Knox.
Starting to rethink our position on selling this thing.
Now, I know people who will be even more interested in this, and possibly not for the reasons that you're worrying.
Be that as it may, I do not wish to make enemies of foreign nobility.
Oh, believe me, no one would find out unless you told them directly.
As far as I can
Should we
tell,
head?
this one is still alive.
All the more reason. We can learn a lot more with the people I'll leave it with.
And a suggestion comes from Selenora asking, then can we revive this one?
Let me have those I'm in contact with investigated first. It's always best to know exactly what you're getting involved with.
I'd very much like to speak to them before I give you the chance to pawn them off.
I really can't advise that, but... Either way, I must inform those people of our dear friend here's existence.
Selenora then says, if you wish to talk to someone about this, we can leave the coffin here if you'd like.
I wouldn't wish to leave it unattended. But if Sir Makaran would stand and make sure it didn't do anything this place, then I wouldn't mind seeking professional advice.
Selenora looks to Sir Makaran and he nods before closing the lid of the casket once more. Selenora's eyes pan upon those in the room, and she then says, I couldn't quite feel it from before, but I believe you have something else to show me?
I believe Rama was carrying the trophy of...
He's carrying the mace, yeah.
Not the mace, the head of the big gator. At least I'd assume he'd be the one carrying it, considering the gator did that much to him.
He is the biggest.
You and me to Rockmore.
Yeah.
Did someone else claim it then? No, someone claimed it.
We have a trophy, we just never decided who's carrying it.
Yeah, it was party inventory, so I guess we took turns. By
Well,
that I
let's
mean you all
present it.
made the skeleton carry it.
Let's present it.
Slap it down
Alright.
next to the coffin.
You lay down the crocodile head. Selenora just moves over to
There you
touch
go,
its
mark it with
snout.
C.
And says, "This is indeed the creature from my visions, empowered yet caused so much pain, and such pains have been prevented." She looks to Sir Makarin and says, "When the others get back from their trip, I'm certain the adventurers would wish to see this. They might have payment in kind for you." Then she says once more, "There are at least two other things."
Did she look at anyone in particular as she says that?
I have to look at your inventory. There was...
Are you
What
perhaps?
specifically is she looking for? Because
There was something small that was taken from the
I have.
sewers.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. We found this locket in the sewers on the corpse of a ghoul. Well, it wasn't a corpse when we found it, but is now.
She holds out her open palm, asking to see it.
I'll let her see it.
All right. She
We can make
passes...
it as the engraving.
All right. She passes the locket around in her hands, and then says, after a brief period of inspection, saying only that there is someone within the city that would like to have this passed into their hands.
Any information as to whom that might be?
She closes her eyes while holding the object, squeezing it softly in her hands, then says, "A name comes to me, but a face does not. Their name is Melchior, and they are within the city. By the time you find them, they will be at the place known as the Den of Delights." She then releases her grasp on the object and offers it forth. It should be a lady in a cloak that will respond to the name.
Ah. Well, I shall excuse myself and make arrangements for the further inspection.
And one last item, she says, looking at Rama.
Yes.
mace you have
The
is
mace you have is something of importance to people far away from here. May I see it?
He hands it over.
All right, she holds
Brad,
the...
why are you drawing the Bad Dragon logo?
What?
All right, she holds the...
It's a Rockmon head.
Okay, sure.
Why do you know the Bad Dragon logo, Invader?
Don't ask questions you don't want answered.
The real question is does he know it because of Sally, or did he learn about it before
No,
Sally?
I know.
He was anticipating Sally, so he had to learn it.
No, I saw it on
Yes.
someone in college had it as like a little fucking keychain, like one of those things. I've never forgotten it since because it was cursed
Wait,
knowledge.
male or female?
Male.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's cursed knowledge. I wish I didn't have it, but that's the point of a cognito hazard.
Anyhow,
Anyway, let's
hey.
move on from
she
this.
she
Please.
she holds the mace in her hands, daintily, saying, "This hammer has been around since Elven times. Those that this would mean to are of Elvish origin. This place has a home in Alphanor or down below. There is ambassador from Alphanor that would take that'd take this at a great price, as well as there's another person that Yor knows and is more familiar with. That is all I have specifically on this. This is a royal weapon.
Fucking botch joke.
What? Bochi the Rock Maw. Okay. Okay.
Don't you mean Bokmore?
All right, enough.
That's terrible. You even chose the wrong color. Hang on.
She then passes the hammer back to Rama,
That's closer.
saying what you decide to do with this
No,
is
she's
up to
got
you.
blue and yellow given her here.
Wow, I completely
Oh,
missed what the
thank-
conclusion of that was. So what did we actually learn?
I would like if people were paying attention and not just
All right.
drawing bad dragon logos.
Oh,
I was paying attention. That mace you're carrying
Fine.
was
Overwrites thing.
the mace you're carrying is important to some people.
I got that, but did we actually learn anything?
Those
It's important
Like-
to elves.
yes,
Okay.
but did we learn anything important?
Well, they would pay great prices for it.
Isn't
To
it better
see
if
it
it
back.
stays in Ranma's clutch?
Well,
Who knows?
I suspect the coin is more important to us presently.
Coin is but the means to power, and unless they offer a very substantial amount, I doubt we're gonna get more power than we would if we trained Ranma on how to use this thing.
All things being looked at, Selnora sits down once more on her carpeting and says, I do believe you have places you desire to be. I shouldn't hold you any further.
Any more visions you'd like us to investigate? Once we're done with all of this.
She thinks for a moment. There's one about the place of Crimson Mist where a reaping instrument has been absconded.
raping instrument.
Creeping, but also strange that someone would want a sickle back.
It is
Some
something,
Nickelback's brother.
as far as I can tell, it is something of power.
Very well.
Of interest to both the dead and the living.
Well, then we shall disperse, I think. Goes and gets her friends to take a look at the dead person.
All right.
Do we have anyone we should ask about the hammer that Rama has? Or...
Specifically, she did mention an ambassador, elven ambassador in the city.
Well, Lucius is gonna hit up the
And
ogre
also
merchant
someone that
first,
Jordan
just to
knows.
see. Yeah, Lucius is gonna hit up the ogre merchant first to see if see about the price of those onions, and then he's gonna go engage in some elven diplomacy.
Yorn is going directly to a guild hall.
Okay, so
Well, she has been
let's.
since she left earlier.
Yep. So let's go over the matter of where the fuck did Jordan disappear to?
Well, she excused herself.
No, I mean your token.
Invader grabbed her.
Okay. Just making sure nothing was deleted.
Also, rest in peace, Bochi Darakma.
R.I.P.
All right.
Gone
So
too soon.
you
Gone,
venture
but not
down
forgotten,
below.
but also forgotten.
Yep, you venture down
Yep.
below to the drunken goal to reach the people of Dismal Rage. It is rather quiet down there. There aren't many of novices training. Just many of the brooding senior members that are going about their own studies or even plans. It is a simple matter for you to find Miss Durill to speak with her.
Yep.
Where is it? Miss Opal Durill.
I've lost.
What? You
You're
cut
lagging.
out.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my headset DC.
I see. Oh, can you hear?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So you meet with Opal Durill down there. She was sitting behind a crude imitation of a desk, and she is currently fiddling with some objects of metallic design. By your evil woman. What? Okay. Okay.
What? You can't just read my internal monologue like that.
She asked without looking up from what she's doing. Ah, the neophyte has returned. Shit.
Yes. And I found several things that are of some interest.
Oh, and what might that be? She levels her pale eyes at Yorn.
Well, firstly, due to my efforts, I've uncovered this. And she will flourish from under her, from betwixt her bosom, the communion orb.
No,
I
the
think
communion
that
orb
grip
was
on
not
No.
something you could carry.
The orb is like the size of a room. It was fucking massive.
I'm back.
Why
Sorry.
am I in
Onboard
the
rules
possession
don't
of it
count.
then?
You weren't in possession of it. You communed with the god. You do not have the orb that was an anchor to the entire realm.
I mean, you know where
You
it is,
said,
at
and
least.
quote,
It's not...
you have gained one communion with Akrak, and then you described it
With
as
one communion.
I'm putting me for this.
You have gained one talk.
You've
You-
gained
one
one
talk with
speak
God.
with your
It
god.
is a physical object.
Yes,
One
you can trade it
talk.
to other. You can trade it to other people for other talks. It's like a card game.
All right, fine. Whatever. Okay,
you
well,
put your
firstly,
you put
then,
your god's talks in attack mode, and you end your
firstly,
turn.
then she'll say, "Look, the first item I found of salmon chest is located in a tower not far from here, about half a day's travel, bit more, wherein you will find a very peculiar orb relating to dear Lord Arkrat. Hated as he is.
An
And as
orb.
such, I am now able to commune with him. Just the once.
You have communed with Akrat at Norb, you say? A
I can
tower
give you
off.
the location. The exact location.
She thinks for a moment. Do you speak of the tower guarded by the dead at the Oasis site south here?
Oh, you already know of it.
Not
Yeah.
that I've had many venture there.
Now would be the time to do so before it's even more thoroughly looted.
Doubtful that it is going to be thoroughly looted, but I would of course send some knights down there to check upon our lord's domain if it is such a place.
Yeah. And
Now, I
number
believe you
of
didn't
dead.
come down here merely to brag about such a thing.
Of course not. Showing off my results is only natural. However, there is another matter. The matter of a body. A still living body from several hundred years ago.
Well, my own
For
body is not that young.
well, not old for our lifetimes. It's a matter of a breathing or not creature. You'll find it currently in the custody of.
I knew Brett was going to write that. uh, so she says, "Well, your seekers have obtained a body of a dead person, still living."
I feel like that's not supposed to be her name.
Yeah, that's not her name.
What was her name?
Fuckers.
What do you mean?
What is wrong with you people?
Children, all of you.
What did he mean by this?
Wait, I specifically remember her name being Opie. Why is it? Do I just change it back?
Why do you fucker? Anyway, she says, and I am guessing you've obtained it in your recent travels.
Yes, at the same
It's
location. A chariot under the sands, and located within a coffin.
She thinks for a moment and says, "If you can bring the creature to me, I will pay you with gold."
I am attempting to do so, but my associates are proving most difficult. I said I would inquire upon further consultation. Sadly, I seem to be unable to shake one of the knights watching over it. I'm at a
Well,
loss.
aside from the knights, you can see that a priesthood that is well versed in such things is interested in containing such a coffin,
Yes. Yes, that's
and
what
that
my
they will
mum
pay
thought
for
as
the
well.
opportunity to do so.
I shall make an attempt. Well, I shall succeed, but well, you know how these things are. Our
She
God
drops
is
a
far from benevolent.
a gold coin on the table and says, "Be very compelling."
Of course. What else would I be? I'm me, after all. Flick of the hair.
Her her gaze
Into the
narrows.
Ojo laugh. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Her gaze narrows for a moment, but then she says, "Jesus Christ, right? Thank you." And is that all you have?
What? What did Brett do?
Oh, just for the moment. Don't worry. I've not forgotten the task.
What'd you do, Brett?
Yes, you still have to prove yourself by shaping the holy symbol.
Yes, yes. Blood, money, stone. I know. I know.
Well, then venture forth and earn your rewards. She
At
says,
once.
looking back at the item before her.
And with that, a swaying bow, and walking out with her cloak drawn high. She will now return to the Seekers of Truth, while everyone else goes about their business.
All right. Next, the person's order of business. Wolf Sadler, you and Bright have all components, but one to complete your thing. I'm supposing you're both going to see the ogre merchant.
Yes, it would be good to know how much it costs.
Yeah, I need to go see the merchant man as well.
Merchant man.
Merchant man, would you take,
Take me by the
Take,
hand, lead me to the land.
we gotta
Let
we
you
gotta take
understand.
we gotta take Rama along just to make sure we have a translator.
And who translates from Rama?
Listen, it's
She.
it's a show of support for that kind.
You
Alright.
visit the merchant. Could you be so kind as to inquire the prices on some sacred stones?
She doesn't go herself.
Well, I have other matters to attend to.
Yeah, she's a princess.
So, alright, so you all find the ogre merchant tending to his tent near the west portion of Freeport. Rama is familiar with him because of his outburst where he wants some burning oily goods to sniff. He is tending his stall. What do you ask for?
I need
Have you found
specifically
the special liquid?
Blog, talking to Rama immediately, says, you what? Your, some juice you're looking for.
The
Ah,
one with the special scent.
He pulls aside some jar that must be fermenting something and passes it over to Rama.
Rama sniffs it.
It is not the scent.
He looks somewhat dejected, but quickly regains his will to
hold on.
search forward.
Is it still a good scent though?
If it's not the correct
roll
one,
tolerance.
then no. Oh yeah, sure. Just double checking. That is 3. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's a foul scent. Like someone combined the country of India and a bog into one.
Holy crap! You said
Why
foul,
would you-
not completely
why would you- yeah, why
unacceptably
would you-
vile.
Why would you ruin a bog like that?
Why would you send him straight to Nurgle's garden?
The other hand, the
Yeah,
bog might make it-
why
Actually,
is it the Nurgle candle?
now I think about it, that means it smells better than India, so I take that back.
Oh, that's
It's
straight
slightly
to
better than
Nurgle's
India, but
garden,
it's
my dude.
definitely
You're
way
fucked.
worse. It's better than India, but it's way worse than a bog.
It's the scent of pestilence, my man.
It is not the scent you're looking for, and aside from feeling dispirited and dejected, you feel like you want to retch.
He
Any rate,
accepts this feeling of sickness and holds that back for a bit.
he sees your displeasure and he puts it back. And what do the little ones want?
I need some unguents for a special set of boots. I'm creating the Bards Guild said I might be able to find it with you.
They asked me to translate. Need some unguents.
Thank you.
Vlog looks at Bright, saying, "M special boot engines, 1 gold."
Looking at
Ooh,
Lucius,
that is-
he indubitably requests 1 gold from you, good sir.
Inform him that the price is absolutely unacceptable.
Eat cheap, not want pay.
Quick question: Did we have any Did we get any gold from like turning in the crocodile head or anything like? or
Not
do we
yet.
just-
We didn't sell
Not
any
yet.
of the stuff.
Okay, we just have the
'Cause
silver and copper.
All of our money,
mission.
basically all of our money is coming from the loot. It's not like we're getting rewarded for this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
That's the problem with solving problems before they become problems.
Yeah, we should start waiting for a moment.
Yeah, just wait a week until there's a bounty and then deal with it.
Let like 10, 20 people die and the bounty will be pretty high.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Sir Makarin doesn't want us to do that. And considering he's currently kind enough to host us in the Hall of the Truth Seekers, it's well, it'd be rude.
Sir Makarin can circ my dick.
Hair.
But
But also, I think your character
that sounded questionable.
And anyway, the gold, the unguents are 1 whole gold piece, huh?
He says,
Say, how much can we get for these gator skins?
let's
No,
see.
It wants
He
your
looks at-
money for this.
I'm so glad I brought Ram as a translator. I wouldn't be able to do this without him. Thank you, Rama. You're doing an amazing job.
Of course, good sir.
He says, "Your friend's face is unacceptable."
He indubitably finds the presentation of the front of your head displeasing.
Lucius is going to change the way his hair is standing. Better.
Vlog shakes his head. Not clean, all spiky like.
He tries his best to make the hair spiky, but it's not like he has hair products on him.
He then says, Croc skins don't pickle good. 8 copper.
He said it is most indubitable that these do not perform well in the process of pickling, and offers 8 copper for thine goods.
I feel like we can get a better price elsewhere, considering these aren't meant to be pickled.
He says you cheap. Look elsewhere.
You don't want no copper. You don't get no copper.
He finds this indubitably unacceptable as a deal.
Inform him that I shall return once I have the money for the.
He get back later when less poor.
Bring stuff for pickling.
Wait, hold on. Do we have any
we are
rash-
requested to
do we-
deliver the process mechanisms for the act of pickling.
Do we have any gator meat left, or did we just use it all up as rations?
I believe you'd still have some left. You're aside from Rama, I don't think any of you are massively big eaters.
What about gator meat? Is that pickle good?
Let's see. For what you have left, he offers 10 copper.
What's the normal price of rations?
It depends on the rations. Most tasteless rations are essentially at a copper per day. Getting a good balance of iron, though, is about 1 silver per day.
Well, I mean, I suppose I'm gonna trade the rations for copper. Not gonna do anything.
All right. Well, you get 10 copper for all of your gator meat.
I'm pretty sure other people had things to ask about.
Yep.
Yes, I do need what was it? Some sort of salve to make a coat for me. Cape,
He wants
not coat.
fancy thing to make coat.
All right. He looks around and he says, meat coat salve, 8 silver.
8 silver.
He requests 8 silver. Wait, how did you understand that?
Do I have something to sell? I can offer you. Arvin pulls out the heirloom sword. Can offer you this and 4 silver.
He holds out his hand for asking to hold the sword for a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Wants you to hand it to him.
He looks over the sword. He holds it up in his hand. He then sets a sword on a table. Then he shakes his head. He says, "Wouldn't give 2 copper for sword. Not enough weight for pickling."
Oh. Okay. I'll come back later then. I take the sword and move away. I hate being poor.
Keeping poor and seeing the silliest merchant in town.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Anyone else have things they need from blog?
Yeah, I
No
wanna. I need to ask him about the magic thread.
Surely you need to ask Rama to ask him for you, but
Oh, excuse my mistake. Rama, could you ask him about the magic thread, please?
You want shiny string? Do fancy trick.
He looks over. He looks over at Atronach's character for a moment. He says, "All right, them shiny string." He seems to pull something from a pocket. It seems to be a spool of shimmering string. He says, "Good luck charm, 4 silver."
He
Ah,
he has implied that this will increase your luck and demands 4 silver in compensation.
I hand over 4 silver. This will
Alright.
do it very nicely.
You get the magical
It-
thread.
It good.
Well, is that all the thread you have? Is out of curiosity.
You have more.
Got friend, got thread.
He has more.
They say's swag.
Incomprehensible.
untranslatable.
I was waiting for whatever you came up with to fucking translate that and did not disappoint. Does not compute. I'll say, well, I suppose this is it. Many thanks to you.
No one's gonna check the price on the sacred rocks.
Oh,
Did you ask Lucia specifically to ask for you?
I asked one of you to ask that.
oh, Rama
When
can,
you guys are-
Rama can translate. Can ask him for you.
And also, doesn't Rama need something for himself as well?
I already tried.
It's expensive, if I remember correctly. Let me mark off my silver from the sheet.
Okay, so what was that thing that we were asked about by the elf? Half elf? Elf?
Shiny
No, full elf.
rocks.
Yeah.
Sacred
Shiny
rock.
rock price.
He's got no shinies rock, got soupstone.
Hmm. He nods.
What is a soupstone?
Soupstone, not heavy enough for pickling. Not jagged enough for scraping. Nice smooth stone, make soup good.
He says it is light and not particularly jagged.
May I see it?
Show.
No.
He looks around and he grabs what seems to be an average looking rock from a shelf.
Aurora Borealis.
It doesn't look like what we were asked to ask about, right?
You're not entirely certain.
Well, doesn't look anything like anything special to me, so I'm just gonna say he didn't have it.
It does have some greenish color to it.
Out of curiosity, what would the price for the soupstone be?
Cost much?
Soupstone, 2 silver.
It costs approximately 2 silver.
Days don't allow me to eat athlings in here. So soupstone, good stone. Make soup very tasty.
Halflings are not considered a delicacy within this city's bounds.
And I just can't tell if there's anything special about this rock.
What would the skill check be for that? We
Arcana,
don't have
if that's something.
knowledge religion. Do you have knowledge religion? I think so. Didn't you have that?
Who have that?
Knowledge
even a-
religion.
Was it even
I
one?
no, I don't know. I have history and I
Don't have
have history of the law and arcane.
As far as
Or
I
you can
remember,
try
there was
arcane.
arcane history, law, nature, and science.
Yeah, you can try arcane.
Sure, may as well.
Okay. You look over the unassuming stone. You have some magical training in the bardic arts. You think to sing a small ditty that you've learned of from the Marine Sisters to try and identify and see if this thing has any special properties. And surprisingly enough, this stone that's been used by an ogre for making soups has indeed some sacred blessing upon it.
I'll hand 2 silver to Ranma and ask him to pay.
He counts it in his hands. 1, 2. Then he holds it out to the merchant.
Blog looks at Rama. I thinks I want to count them again.
1. He holds the first one out to the merchant.
The merchant takes the first one.
Picks up the second one from his other hand. 2. And holds it out to him.
I softly whisper, "So you can count, but can you read?"
The fourth wall breaks, and we all get sucked into the vacuum of space.
He
The
takes the
fourth wall
second
breaks and
coin.
we all get sucked into Arkansas. Or no, Arizona. That's what it is. Arizona.
No more migrants. Stop it.
We're refugees. I want free healthcare.
Yeah, undocumented, illegal, you know. Well, I'll mow your
Please,
lawn
sir,
for
give
10
me
bucks, sir.
healthcare. Give me healthcare, sir.
Sir, you must invite me to your tech
Sir,
company.
I can
have
read.
much
Give
to
me
offer.
healthcare.
All right, so you
I have
Sir,
accepted
you
warranty
must-
for you.
Yes, sir, you must redeem.
All right, so you've obtained the thread that is needed for Atronach's character. Which, God, what the fuck is his name again?
Talon.
Talon. Yeah,
Talon. He can call it. I am Talon.
I am Russian
Just
now.
switch to Russian in the middle of all of my accents. Just switch to Russian.
That's what fucks me up. And we
Like
have
Spanish,
the magic
Middle
stone.
Eastern, now it is Russian.
We have the magic stone for Chloe, but you're a few silvers short of being able to afford the boot engine and the solve for.
Well, I'm gonna pocket the stone for. I'm gonna pocket the stone for now. Ask Rama to thank the man for being such a gracious host. And
Thanks, boss.
and we have an elf ambassador to go see.
Dude, what
About a
is this
certain
intricate Mandela that's going on over here?
This is random doodles.
I just fucking noticed because it blends in with the fucking water. Like, what is going on here?
Well, at least it's not someone with a text tool writing hags.
Yeah,
wonder
more
who
like
would
some
have done
sort of
that.
mermaid scale thing or something.
But she was Opie. Opie the elf lady.
By the way,
No, I
Brett,
think
that's
she
what
was,
that's what I wrote next to Atronach's drawing earlier.
Hags or Opie.
no, what he wrote here.
Lewd.
Very nice.
All right.
The correct response is plap, 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 plap.
Get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant.
Hentai. Hentai.
Hi.
Anyway,
And
All right.
this.
So, did anyone else venture out on their own to go about the town?
I was going to see if I could find that person that Mithir mentioned in relation to the locket. I believe
All right.
I mentioned a name of Melchior,
Yes.
a Den of
And
the
told you
Light.
to. Yep. She told you to go to the Den of the Lights and seek out Melchior. After some asking around, you do find such a place in the central district of the city. It seems to be a house of pleasure because you see out in front, along with the gaudy silks that seem to drift about in the wind, there are girls dressed in less than formal wear standing out front of such a place.
Seems I must degrade myself entering such a place. Don't know.
Yep, you Den of the Light, yes. All right. So you move
I
to
missed
enter.
the last sentence. I was
No, I was
talking
laughing.
to someone IRL.
I was laughing at something that Bright just wrote over there.
Cool.
Yep. So you decided to just enter this place.
Enter the establishment. Somewhat annoyed, I suppose, but I'll enter and attempt to seek out this Melchior individual.
All right. So the first floor of this place seems to be something of a lounge. There are short tables and cushions to be seated on, littering the floor. There is a bar at the far end of the room, and many of such dancing ladies littered about the place, offering patrons alcohol. One of them even comes before you. Let's see, which one is this? A short-haired human woman says, "What are you in for here, my lady?"
Good day. I am attempting to find an individual by the name of Melchior. I believe I've found something that they may be interested in.
Melchior. That name doesn't sound familiar with me. She says as
I was
she
told.
cozies up to your side.
I was told that she could be found here in a cloak.
There's a slight panning of looking over the room. There are a couple cloaked persons, but several of them are enjoying the atmosphere. Roll a perception check.
All right. And this is where I don't get a 10. Oh, so acceptable, I'm sure.
Yep, there are several people around the room, but the vast majority of the patrons are men, and the vast majority of the women are
Women.
less than modestly dressed than yourself. Maybe a bit more so than Yorn, though, but that's neither here nor there. But you do see sitting in a corner place being served by an elven dancer is a lady with a blackened mask and a red cloak.
Well, I will go over to her and inform her of what I've found.
You arrive when she's drinking a beverage. It smells more bitter than it does alcoholic. She looks up at your approach and says, "You're not my usual sort to come over to my table.
Hey there.
Dressed in a rather interesting way, aren't you?"
I'd imagine not. I've to get straight to business. I found this item in the possession of a ghoul. I believe you may have some interest in it. On the corpse of a
The
ghoul in the sewers beneath the city.
woman stares at what's your character's name again? Chloe. Stares at Chloe for a moment, then holds out her hand. And what might this item be?
It's a golden locket bearing an inscription SM, if that has any significance to you.
Perception check.
Lol.
The lady smiles. She seems somewhat unfazed. May I hold it for a moment?
Very well.
She takes the locket in her hands, rubbing the surface with of the metal with between her fourth finger and thumb. Then she opens it to look at the inscription inside over and over again. She closes it. Well, it's worth the gold it's made of, I can tell you that. I'd be willing to pay 5 silvers for this, if you're interested. It's not my type of jewelry.
What do I know about the does that sound actually reasonable to me? It seems somewhat low.
Well, it was implied by Selenora that this would be the person that would be interested in such an item. She didn't tell you much about it, though. Though you're fairly certain pawning some item made of gold, or at least partially so, that is jewelry, would be worth somewhat similar price.
Mm.
Maybe a little bit more, but you are asking someone essentially on the street to buy something off you.
Mm. Oh.
Of course,
If
you
it
wouldn't
holds
pay her.
no special significance, I think I will pocket it until I can find someone to hold, or no, I think I will keep it in my possession until I can find its rightful owner or their descendants, something like that. I imagine it holds significance to someone, and it wouldn't feel right to just pawn it off as scrap.
Oh, true. And if it has a rightful owner, as you say, someone may be not interested in buying such a hot item off you. That could even make you a target for unsavory individuals. What if I do you the favor and offer instead 8 silver for this piece?
Mm. Well, again, if it holds no particular significance to you, I'll keep looking for its rightful owner.
Well, obviously, from hearing your story, that rightful owner's dead.
Yes, the owner of the locket may have passed, but usually people have families, descendants, parents who appreciate mementos of them.
Melchior gives Chloe a long stare for a moment. And dismisses the elven dancer by her side. Would you want to sit down for a moment?
Certainly.
Sits exactly where the elven dancer was.
So it smells the seat really quick first.
Wasn't the seat the other girl?
Doesn't matter.
I don't know what you guys are thinking, but Chloe is not that type of elf. If you wish for that type of elf, Yorm is where you should be looking.
Oh fuck! Did an elf sit here?
I see what Talon studied.
Hey, Talon, the Bards Guild is always recruiting. Just the type.
Well, you'll know what they say. Elves have versatile roles in many parties.
As Cox, please.
If
Our
they hate
elves,
Sonics as much as I do, then they are good by me.
elves are much more noble.
When Chloe sits down, Melkor offers an empty cup, to which she can fill with the carafe sitting on the table.
That's filled with what? Filled with something.
It's filled with something. Are you
Filled with
gonna
something.
pour it?
I mean, it would be rude not to. I
You
will
pour your. You pour
pour
yourself
a
a beverage.
small amount.
The substance is dark liquid, steaming hot. It has a bitter smell to it.
Pleasant aroma.
She says, Melchior says, it is something homegrown, you see from this place. A foul beverage that gives one energy. I've been taking friends here to help them get tolerated to poisons. Now, about this locket ordeal.
Yeah.
You won't be finding family for this person anytime soon. The name SH, I assume, stands for Stannis Herkenor. Nobody that you know, likely.
Quite likely not.
Yes, they've been missing for quite some time. The hand has been looking out for them, considering that they used to run a little bit of our local priesthood here. But they have gone abroad after some certain events, and nobody's been able to find them. If the locket was found down below, that means that they are dead, and much of their extended family, if we could track them down, well, they're not quite in the mood to be so rewarding about this. Well, considering the man himself was from Diarnes, I highly doubt you're going to make a long trek out for a few extra coins.
If you can, no, sorry. Let me think. You seem to know a little bit more about them than you were earlier letting on, and if and it seems it may yet be better suited finding its place in your hands than mine. So,
Truly.
Hmm.
Well, for our little understanding between us, and so you can pay for the drink that I've put before you, I would raise this to 1 gold that I'd pay for such a thing.
yeah, most I would be most grateful. Thank you.
She then takes a
I,
sip of the bitter beverage before her. Nice and noble people like you don't survive very long down here.
well, we shall see. I hope to be returning to my homeland as soon as possible.
Due to recent events, I don't hear that many of the people from there survive well down here.
Mm. Well, I hope to be an exception.
For your sake, I hope so too.
Yeah.
She says after standing up, holding the
Thank
locket
you.
in hand after passing a gold coin. I have some other business to attend. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the person that is supposed to meet me here will be attending.
Well, thank you again. I'm glad that Lockett can get closer to where it belongs. Thank you.
If you ever are in need of me, do ask around. She says, giving a wave to one of the dancers that is coming back, and then she departs from the shop.
Suppose I will wrap up my business there and pay for the drink and be departing myself.
All right, you have to pay 1 silver to and 8 copper to the one of the dancers there.
Silver, 8 copper. All right, where the fuck is my sheet?
Just 8 copper.
Oh, just 8 copper? All right.
Yeah.
So I have gained 1 gold and lost 8 copper.
And if you had a taste of the foul tasting beverage, you are full of energy.
Amazing. I did.
1 energy added.
Just 1 energy.
You
Much
need
like
one-
plus 1 talk.
You need
plus
at
1
least 40
energy
to participate.
to be used on daily activities.
Yeah, you need at least 40 to participate in the daily training.
You are far more awake than you were before.
However, the beverage gives you double drops from the first training you do, so it's okay.
It wasn't made by the Tin Master, right? Or else it would give 80 energy.
60
Anyway.
energy and double drop zone is just better.
Sometimes. Anyway. So that is you done there.
Yep.
Yeah, so you all return to the Seekers of Marr guild house. Just collect any player tokens on the map. So
Not gonna try and meet with the Elven ambassador about the hammer that Rama has.
do you want to take Rama to the rich section and try to knock on the door to the ambassador's house?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. You walk all the way to the greenery of the city, enjoying the better smells and sights of things, where wealthier persons like to tread, finding merchants selling silks and other oddities at market stalls along the way.
Any alchemists?
Alchemists, negative.
Damn, I was gonna ask about Rama's oil.
No. Look,
One day.
if I wanted to preemptively have America invade this world, that would be
Listen.
the trigger.
It might not be the exact same thing, but I'm pretty sure Alchemist's fire gets him close enough.
He just wants this fixed. All right.
Anyway.
You do some searching through town. It is not a person you've ever had to send messages out for, but you do get some directions to find this elven ambassador, whose name I've actually completely freaking forgotten, and I did not make art for.
That's okay. He's
Thank
an
goodness. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes, she is an elf.
Would
Oh,
I be there at that
it's
point?
A she and
Would I
you
have?
didn't... It's a she and you didn't make art for her?
So if
I know.
That's weird.
if I had
it's also an elf.
would
so-
they? Would I have met up with them at any point if I was doing the locket thing while they were with the ogre
We're in
merchant?
different sections of the town, I think, so probably not.
I think the
Yeah,
main
so
question just would
yeah,
have
we're all
been if
doing
we went
different
back
stuff.
to the
You would have been
would be
enjoying
if
your
we went back to
conversation
the,
there. They would have been there.
Don't worry, Lucius is gonna bring you your precious stone and then blackmail you for it.
That gold is mine.
Look, he's just gonna say that it maybe it didn't cost 2 silver, maybe it cost 10 silver.
Well, if you're nice about it, Arvan will not tell him. Her. So
Well, he's gonna ask it. He's gonna ask how the locket thing went first. No need to extort someone who doesn't have any money.
yes, we should definitely do this.
We shouldn't extort
Or
people
just
who
one.
don't have any money because it's a waste of time.
I'm wondering if before like the Elven ambassador thing, if people had gone back to the
He would have gone
because of
straight to
thing.
the rich quarter after doing the merchant visit.
Yeah.
So this is probably happening around the same time as you're talking with.
Yeah, well, I would have been talking with her at around the same time as you were doing the ogre merchant thing. That's why I didn't go with you.
Ah, I see. Well, I didn't go back to the Seekers of Truth before hitting up the embassy. I don't see much of a reason to.
Okay, actually, thinking of it, I don't think I mentioned what I was doing. I just said I had other business.
Yes. You never told us. You just asked us to check for the stone. which is apparently very good at making soup.
Apparently. Fortunately, I'm not sure I am.
I mean, maybe just a portable source of infinite rations would be better than whatever magic item you get.
I mean, except that I think there was something about sustenance and druidic magic, if I remembered correctly.
Oh, in that case,
All right. Yep, I have the elven
damn,
ambassador.
what a normal elven outfit.
What an absolutely normal elven outfit. I didn't just
This
take
is
an
typically
image
what
that
Johan
was
assumes when she thinks of an elf.
that typically wasn't, that definitely wasn't other art that was just repurposed.
You wrote that, Invader, and Lucius is certainly hoping you're right.
All right, you've come to Noble's Quarter. You finally have gotten the address down from some residents of where the ambassador lives. Not far outside, you see a patrol of the Knights of Justice around this place, as is
Why is Arvin
often
stalking
very
me?
familiar.
He was
And-
with you. He decided to come along.
Ah, I see.
And not far from this place is also a. And there's Rama. And not far from this place is a guard tower, where the militia holds up in this part of the city. Let's see. So
Man,
you knock
systemic
on
inequality fucking sucks on the other side of it.
the.
Yeah.
Need to remedy that real quick. Not the inequality, but the other side of it.
Gotta get rid of all the people on the other side of that wall.
Yeah. Also, as to the
Ah.
soup thing, I believe I already have the ability to conjure food, water, and plants.
Yes, you do.
Soup? You have the ability to conjure soup?
I meant soup.
Oh, certainly at least the ingredients for soup.
Anyway, you knock upon the door that you've been told is the manse of the ambassador. What arrives at the door is a some kind of elven servant dressed in bright, fashionable robes. A man, by your guessing. Actually, no, you're bard. You can know what a male and a female looks on any species.
Wait, other people can't?
Look, it's difficult when it comes to elves, but bardic training is just that good.
Lucius is definitely sure that Arvin is male on account of him having a wolf and not doing it.
Right, he might be confused about Chloe then, since Chloe also has no interest in the wolf.
All right. The man at the door asks, "And who are you to come to the ambassador's house? Are you a messenger?"
I am Lucius Dane. I was sent here by the Seekers of Truth to discuss a relic that your master might be interested in.
A relic. Of what kind of relic would you have found?
Rama, would you kindly present the hammer?
Does Rama kindly present anything? Would you kindly?
I think Rama might be AFK.
Damn, sucks to suck. He doesn't want to show his hammer off. It's his hammer.
Indeed. He does show the hammer.
Intuitively. Yes,
Indubitably, he would display the hammer.
he looks over the hammer from afar and says, "That does look to be of elven craft and make. Possibly, possibly somewhat aged." He says, "Do come inside. We'll see if the ambassador has of interest." He says, letting you people into the wood furnished room. The inside smelling of sweet herbal aromas.
I always thought those would smell like sandalwood.
All right. And after a moment or two, this man disappearing from the upstairs, he returns down them again with a female elf falling somewhat far behind, wearing a white gown of sorts. Her hair adorned by some silver jewelry. She says, "Sir Dane, I've been told I'm expecting."
I'm afraid your butler hasn't been so kind as to introduce you, Lady.
The Delvin servant says, "Ambassador Arnwin." The lady nods her head at the servant. "Yes, and I'm acquainted with a representative of the Knights of Truth that has sprouted up in the city, I take it."
Yes. In fact, we're here from the Seekers of Truth. We have an artifact that might be of interest to the elven nobility around this area.
She then asks, "Would you show this to me? I am quite familiar with relics of the homeland."
He would have Rama present the hammer.
Perception check.
Arvin probably has better perception check than me in this case.
No, your perception. Well,
That's my
Okay.
perception.
well, anyone interested in following along on the conversation, so. If
I'll
Arvin
do it
is,
then. Oh god.
well, from what he can tell, the ambassador's eyes went from somewhat disinterested in seeing a random human that came into her abode smelling of poverty.
Listen, I don't smell of poverty.
He's a temporary disgraced lord.
Yes, Lucius smells of nobility that has recently lost some amount of money. All right.
Poverty.
No, poverty is a prolonged state of being broke.
Yes, you misunderstand.
He does not smell poor. He smells broke.
See, the difference is Lucius is broke, Arvin is poor.
So in Elven terms, he's a broke ass bitch.
He's not a bitch. Saran is.
Sir, well, wait a moment.
I mean, that's technically true.
Anyway,
Technically, yes.
Hold on, Saran is pregnant?
No.
Because bitch
Why-
is specifically a pregnant female dog.
Are we sure Saran isn't pregnant?
I
As
mean,
far as I know,
Lucius-
pregnancy does not.
Marcus,
I mean,
Lucius
Chloe.
has slept in the same camp as Saran, so that may be a thing.
Oh, hold on a minute. He's not. He's neither a woman nor an elf.
Or white.
yeah,
he's
what
white.
you mean, what?
Saran is female. So, as much as I hate to say it, I think that might exonerate the dark elf among us in this regard.
Dark Elf Among Us sounds like a very bad game.
Very murderous. Anyway.
Among Us.
Anyway, the hammer passes into her hands for her to examine. She treats it somewhat reverently. She says that this is, at the very least, a item from the first dynasty. Back to the first king and queen of Elvenkind. She then asks where you obtained it.
We were conducting an archaeological survey in some ruins near Freeport.
You do not seem to be the type digging explicitly for such an object.
Well, we weren't looking for it. We happened to find it.
Yes, we were looking to remove a danger from the area. It just so happens that that the artifact was located nearby.
She holds it for a moment more, examining it in her hands. She says it looks like it's been used recently as a weapon. I
Unfortunately,
would.
the danger we spoke of required swifter thinking than we would have liked.
I would be disdainful to have it return to such use. This ought to be sent on the first ship to Alphanor as we speak. What price do you put upon such a thing?
Anyone good at negotiating?
Yeah. What would the remind me what the effect of the thing was?
3 blunt, 4 delay, 1 magic resistance versus conditions.
That's not that good, honestly, as a weapon. Well, the 3 blunt is 4 delay is probably decent.
It is a one-handed blunt magic weapon.
the fact that it protects you from magic effects, very good. Doesn't that mean
it's only against conditions, so direct
yeah.
damage isn't.
But not that I'm there to know that, but I'd imagine that should fetch at least a number of gold coins, at a minimum.
Yes, the way she reacted, we can definitely. It's definitely in the gold range.
Yes. This is quite the rare find. And it's not like we haven't had others looking to get their hands on things dug up during this archaeological survey. Dark elves down from the docks. You know the type.
Dark elves.
They've none of the standards, but plenty of money to spend despite the normal among us.
And what have they offered you?
They offered us in the range of 50 gold coins for this piece.
Roll the lie.
All right. That would be a speech check, right?
I guess, yeah, we have the deception the same as speech.
50.
Listen,
Oh.
Oh,
damn. Feel like I got screwed over on that one.
You speak with some uneven words. Was your memory lacking of your recent transaction?
Arban comes forward, slaps Lucius on the back of his head. I'm sorry, he misspoke. He meant 15.
15. Very well. I am a generous sort, as are all of my people. I shall grant you the 20 gold if you wish to part ways of it here and now.
The ultimate decision is up to its owner, but I believe that's a yes. Right, Rama?
God, is Korek really
Consi-
still AFK?
Yeah,
Considering
no,
Rama isn't...
I completely zoned.
20 gold for the hammer you have currently.
I thought the hammer was pretty good though.
It's okay, but you're not good at using it, and 20 gold is a lot of money right now.
Well, I did. Well, the part about me not being good at using it, I think he said after a few days that would change. But
Yes, but
so even
we can-
even not factoring that in, do you think it's still worth it?
20 gold right now is enough to basically get all of us our magic items, which I think are better than just a hammer.
So how much of a downgrade would that be for me to go back to using a regular weapon again?
Well, you still have your
Depends
axe.
on what weapon you're using. Is your axe even upgraded?
It's a combat axe.
It's an iron axe, yeah. So it's
Let me find the
It has the same damage and delay.
Okay, so the only thing you'd be losing with it is 1 resistance to conditions. So it really isn't that much of a downgrade for you. Especially considering you can probably get a better weapon just
Alright.
outright for the
Yeah,
for
sure.
the gold.
That's fine.
Yep. Things being agreed upon, she looks at her. She clicks her fingers, and her servant returns with a pouch filled with 20 gold coins. She offers it to Lucius, not wanting it to be in the hands of Rama or the half breed.
Thank you, Ambassador Arvin. Should we find any more of such artifacts in the future, we will make sure to visit you first.
Yes, and if you would, please do. Please come with more appropriate escorts. At the very
Whether you
least-
believe it or not, this is the most appropriate escort.
As unfortunate as it may be, Rama was the one to find it. I would not deny him the right to do with it as he chooses. And the other escort that was there was one of those.
I see. Then at the very least, dress more properly this time. I cannot be seen communing with those of the lowest status, or else all might come to my door with open palms.
I'll just say that we delivered a message from the Seekers of Truth or anything. You don't have to say that you talk to us, to anyone.
At any rate, an ogre showing up to my door, I bet I might as well have just said that I had the actors of the Ardenian bards come to my door.
Lucian's going to stay quiet on this one.
She brushes back some hair, some of her golden locks behind her proudly pointed ears, and says, "Did you have any other matters, or is this our business concluded?"
Did Jorn mention the name of the person in the coffin? Or
It
did
wasn't
she keep that
Yorn
factoid to herself?
Yorn wasn't the one that revealed such information. That was
Oh, right.
Salanora.
What was the name of the person in the coffin? God, my
The
memory
name
is
would
terrible.
have been on Erendiver.
Out of curiosity, does the name Erendiver mean anything to you?
She thinks for a moment. I haven't heard that name in some time. It is
It
in
is from the
quite some
same
time.
archaeological dig. It is a name we found on one of the relics.
Hmm. All right. She thinks for a moment and says, "That does ring a bell. It might be a no. That sounds much like vampire spawn of the Mist Moon." Apologies. You may not know, but in Court Knox, there's a dichotomy of dead things ruling over the living, and some of which are people that, have willingly taken it upon themselves to be consumed into being cannibalistic creatures. Some people not satisfied with the lifetimes that the Earth Mother has provided all of us. Even some among our blessed race. Her ears twitch as she proudly pronounces such a thing. And I believe Erendiver is a name that I'm familiar with as one of such high elven variety to have fallen to the sweet muse, allegedly, of turning oneself over into a bloodthirsting beast.
A grave matter indeed.
How dangerous would he be were he still alive?
How dangerous would Erendiver be if she were still alive, you mean?
She, okay.
It is not known. They haven't ventured far beyond the land of Court Knox in some time. I assume that's under Mist Moon's guidance. Some duke of the place that he is. But I would imagine that if she were to walk upon this land, she would immediately go about creating her own coterie and spawn of evil here. Possibly trying to usurp the sun from Marr, as it has been done to Court Knox before. Though I can't imagine that this place, deprived of sunlight, will ever lose its more cursed qualities.
Well, this conversation has been elucidating. Should we
Yeah.
find any more artifacts that might interest you, we will send a proper messenger next time. Apologies for the interruption.
And as messengers, I will present you your fee. She then gives 2 silver coins additionally.
To each of us or to the group?
To Lucius.
Ah.
Most gracious.
Yes, now present the gold to your master and tell them that you did well. She says before parting ways.
So she's just gonna walk out. Almost had it going with that 50 gold line. I was gonna go for 100, but it seemed a bit much.
Alright, so your pockets are now 20 gold heavier. Sorry, 20 gold and 2 silver heavier.
Stick very close to Ranma, appear very poor, and make her way to the Seekers of Truth.
Okay, you bump into a red-cloaked woman on the way.
Beat her ass. Don't even hesitate. Just straight up begin the beatings.
Hang on, it can't have taken that long for you guys to do all of that while I just went off and had a 20-minute conversation.
No, they would have definitely been last to arrive, by far.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've got to have a conversation with the.
No, there's a different red cloaked woman that appears to be running some sort of thieving organization that we don't want to run into.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Does she pad the chest? Or is that just
no,
on the
it's
off
not.
days?
No, that's just your.
Yeah, that's just your own.
But there aren't many purple items that one can pad their chest with, so they got to be really inventive.
No, they
Or
just
be well developed. Anyway.
No, it's just a bra made of bone. That way she can magic it upwards.
Every time she's doing any deception checks, the bra gets a little bit higher.
Bring
All right.
back the.
Anyway, yeah, I've got to have a conversation with a certain.
That looks so much
individual.
cooler when there's just the stars behind it.
What does?
The blue thing I've been drawing.
Yeah, it looks kind of nice.
I had to reset because the map broke.
Ah, I see.
I had to have a conversation with the priestess, the seer, Selenor.
Okay, so
About the coffin.
first
before
back
everyone
would be Chloe.
All right.
And then next back would be Yorn. Chloe, did you have any matter to speak with Selenor about?
Suppose I'll just recount the events to Selenor and inform her that the locket, that I delivered the locket to, oh fuck, what was her name? To
Melchior,
Cure.
I
Yes,
think.
Melchior.
Yep.
Yeah. And that it will continue its journey. Or perhaps not.
Unfortunately, it was a sad meeting, but one that couldn't be avoided. There was much sorrow in that item.
Unsurprising when it comes from the corpse of a ghoul. Not really any way about it They're not happy creatures.
Truly. She then looks down the hall to see Yorn approaching.
Mm-hmm.
She is the yarn that is approaching.
Yorn
I see
walks
that maneuver.
around. Yeah, walks around the elf. Doesn't even look Chloe's way. Doesn't acknowledge her existence in any way, but avoiding her.
Yes, Lady Yorn. What is it that you desire?
Well, dear Sybil, the individuals I spoke to are understanding of the grave danger that this individual, rap on the chest, a rap on the coat, like the coffin, just with the fingers,
Mm-hmm.
would present should they be awoken and released. They are willing to contain them for an indefinite period of time and eventually deal with them in an appropriate manner. And they're even willing to pay for the privilege. I simply have to take it to them.
Your words aren't false.
No, not at all.
But it
This
is
benefits
not
everyone
my
involved.
but it's not my decision to make. I merely have led you to the finding.
I see.
Well, while those words may not be false, do they perhaps lack some needed information? I have to wonder what's left out of those words that we really ought to know about before making such a decision.
Yorn's
If you wish to
master.
address me, whore, do it directly.
Hmm.
Selenora touches the coffin lid and says, Yorn's master is a priest of a kind, and has stated to Yorn her intentions to steal the thing. Though I'm not
It's not
entirely
false.
certain that is. Though I'm not entirely certain that means that the creature inside is never to be awoken.
Well, I can say it's very unlikely to be in your lifetime, dear priestess, or the next one, or the one
Wow.
after that. I'll be approaching my own old age.
Huh?
Selenora looks at Yorn and says, that is not your decision to make.
Unless, I will add, unless you plan on cutting my life short, that will be within my lifetime. So
Oh,
I think I have the
yes.
same amount of
I
stake
don't
there.
consider the insects in my decisions.
Hmm.
As she
Then
says
we'll
that,
wait
a
the
group
other-
of insects walks through the door.
No,
Well, I
Yorn
was
doesn't
going to
just
say what
sit-
happened next was Talone Inkstone.
What about me?
You parted ways from
Kirby.
Lucius's crew
Yeah.
after they left the merchant. Where did your character go?
Well, obviously back to his master because he has all of his required components, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, right.
Oh, real quick, I gotta plug in my headphones. Hold on.
Dash sits on coffin.
The gash sits on a coffin.
Dash. Can you Are your ears just for decoration?
Show us your
Because if so, they're failing even at that.
Show us your
All
gash.
right. So, Talon meets with
You want to
his
speak to the regular elf if
master,
you want to hold.
Bashmal. He says, "You have returned quickly, my apprentice."
Yes, I had a good group of people to help me on my quest. I believe I've recovered all the appropriate items.
You've come quite quickly indeed, my apprentice, with everything. This is true.
Yes, they pull out the robes from the specters at the tower. And I think I take some from the corpse. I don't remember if it did.
I'm pretty sure you took all of them.
And I pull out a little jar, of the blood from the crocodile beast, and the magic thread from Blog.
Ah, good. You've come well prepared. Now we must begin the ritual to properly attune this item to you and craft this robe. You have time, yes.
I do. I believe so.
Good. I, Bashmal, shall guide you through this process. Now, we will be well into the night doing this. First, he then begins with a long litany of things to do, beginning with setting aside one and only one robe. And first, immediately immersing the Spectre's robe in a mixture of the blood of the creature slain and a partially filled basin of water. He then will offer offer a knife, or let Talon use his own knife to provide an offering of his own blood to the mixture.
I take the knife that I found from my own knife, the ornamental one, and I just make a little kind of cut in the meaty part of my thumb.
All right. Droplets enter the mixture. The water seems to have a reddish glow to it, as everything seems to be sticking close to the robes. He then advises to gather up your magic power into the water.
All right, I dump all 6 of my points into the water basin.
He advises that it is correct to pour everything in, but do so slowly. You do not want to destroy the mixture within.
All right, so slowly, one at a time.
Yep.
Over the course of this process.
Yep. The mixture glows as the process continues. He says, draw it forth from the water. Do not let it dry.
All right.
Then
So I slowly
then
reach my hand in and then pick up the robe.
Yep. It feels quite warm in your hands for a piece of cloth immersing in the water and blood. The garment has turned into a radiant shade of crimson. He advises for Talon to then begin, while it's still wet, stitching into it. It matters not what pattern, just that is what comes to mind, and that you yet remain providing it power while you do so.
All right. Stitch the pattern from my favorite, or some verses from like my favorite poems and things that I've read into the robe.
All right, you stitch poetry into. I'm just going to guess the sleeves.
Yeah, and into the cuffs that are on like the collar and stuff.
Yep. So you stitch it, making sure that the writings of that which keep you calm and keep you centered and make you feel human are present in the. Well, I'm forgetting what the word is, but yeah, the collar and cuffs. This process will last well throughout the night, so your character won't be joining them in the guild for any discussion tonight. But by the end of it, your prize is. Let me post it into the game relevant channel. That.
Woohoo! Blood
The
robes.
robe. Yep, the robe of ambition. This crimson robe grants you the effects of prodigy as a wizard tradition. In addition, you can cast cantrips without spending power from your pool, allowing you to benefit from cooldown on the same turn.
Oh, sweet.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yep. A great little
yeah.
wizard magic item.
Let's go.
Your master is
I'm a
proud of your
wizard.
progress.
I'm a wizard.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, now that that is done, yes, the others will be returning sometime after the argument has begun between the elves, while the human priestess merely watches on.
We get back before Talon does?
Oh yeah, he's going to be taken all night.
Ah, I see.
He's making magic at him.
Yeah.
Well,
magic.
you know how it is with this gold? Only 3 of us know we have it.
I see.
So yeah, we split it evenly. 5 for Lucius, 5 for Rama, 5 for Arvon, and 5 for Saran.
Hold on a minute. Look, we split it evenly. It's 5 for Lucius, 5 for Arvin, 5 for Rama, and 5 for Lucius.
But can you read?
I will give Rama his 5 coins. Gives him 1 gold coin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, just pulls out silver coins.
Rama is literate intuitively.
Rama is among the most literate of the orcs.
He's an ogre.
He's not an orc.
Ogre, sorry.
Wow.
Did you really summon your undead minion there?
Yes. I threw a couple bones onto the coffer, and he's now also just, sitting there, y'all posing.
All right. You hear icy barbs exchange between the elven party members, making you wonder if it wouldn't be a correct decision just to keep the gold for yourselves.
Ladies, stop arguing. At least until you have something to argue over.
Oh, but we do. I've managed to secure concrete isolation for this little fellow. Pat, pat.
Not really fair to call it containment when they fully intend to release it.
But
It-
they don't. They do not.
It-
They intend to control it, keep it
It
locked
is a
away, far, far away from
It
anyone
is a
else.
she, and she is a vampire overlord from Court Knox. I would
Oh my,
suggest we
then
do
it's
not
even more
fuck with
imperative
it.
we keep it locked away.
Yes.
What
the
we're
issue
doing
is,
here is
it was a high elf turned vampire, and I don't really trust your kind with
I'm
dealing
not a
with.
high elf. I'm
Well,
nowhere near that.
exactly.
That's
We don't
exactly the problem.
exactly. We don't trust you dealing with any type of non-dark elf.
I had no idea this wasn't an elf at all. Oh, not of my kind, anyway. So,
In any case,
now that you've elucidated me to this situation, my points do not change. We will be paid if we deliver this to the people who are going to keep it locked away.
speaking of being
Unless
paid,
you trust yourself to keep watch over it for the rest of your mortal life.
speaking of being paid, we've delivered Rama's hammer.
Very good, very good.
I believe we should split the profits mostly evenly, with a bigger chunk going to Rama specifically on account of him having to lose a weapon over this.
You won't have an argument from me.
So
We got
it's 20 divided by 6, so 3 and for everyone and 5 for Rama, or what?
something along those lines, unless well, I'm sure Makaran doesn't want any of this gold.
Wait, is this gold pieces, not silver?
Yes, it's gold.
We got. I managed to swindle 20 gold off a high elf.
Oh my, you've done great work.
No. Right, you
We'll
should have
just
said you
hold her
swindled
hand
20
open
gold
and
off
out.
a high elf. Or 20
It was
silver
a
off a high elf.
We'll just hold
Here's
her
your
hand
3
out,
silver
waiting for the
split.
unfortunately, I don't actually have silver coinage on me to pull that off.
Well, that's your own mistake.
Yeah. Should have got some more silver.
Anyway, three gold for everyone except for Rama, who gets 5 and gets to spend it on possibly proper armor, possibly a better weapon, something that'll benefit the entire party.
Tuck each of the coins away in a chest like like it's some sort of fucking slot on a vending machine.
Oh, and Chloe, I got your magic stone.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to know the price. How much was this?
Oh, this was a measly 8 silver.
You attempted to say gold, weren't you?
I was gonna say it was a gold piece, but no.
All right. Well, is that believable?
Entirely, considering he only sold it to me because he thought it was a soup stone.
I guess you can do versus speech versus perception.
All right.
I'm not even going to roll versus if it's believable. I just want to know, is that actually believable?
Is it believable that it was 8 silver? Possibly.
Not since you rolled, though.
It is
let's
very
go.
Believable.
Oh, you do believe him.
Does that count as a success for the speech thing?
Yes, it does. You have fought against hard odds to. No, actually, that's pretty. No, yeah, that's.
He's got a
difficult
+3.
odds.
I got a +1.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
definitely
it's difficult odds. There you go. There's a speech token success.
Yeah. So
anyway, 8 silver for your magic trinket.
you have is it 10 silver to a gold coin? that the ratio here?
Yep.
Yes.
It's all base
Right.
10.
All
Probably should change
based
that.
10. Much like metric. um,
The correct system.
does, well, I require some change for gold, as I don't quite have 8 silver coins, but
I can
I'll
loan
give
you
you.
money.
Anyways,
just gonna-
do you happen to
he's just
have
gonna-
2 silver?
He's just gonna hand
Lucia?
you 2 silver and
2
take
silver?
a gold coin off you. Yeah.
Alright, we'll do that.
Druids are easy.
To argue with, you mean? To argue with, right?
At any rate, you've exchanged your coin.
And I think that's it for what Chloe needs for her magic item, right?
No, I need
No, she
some
hasn't
sort of
collected everything.
be blessed silver thing.
What
I've
wait, some sort
Inventory.
of what silver thing?
Be blessed silver. Something from shipwrecks.
I see. What is the current time? Does Lucius have enough time to rush off to the
Let's see. By the time
the
you would
ogre
have
merchant?
arrived, let me first. You woke up from camp. You did that. You did nearly half a day's travel. Yeah, right now it'd be evening.
So
Night
gotta do
looms.
it
You can see if you can
tomorrow.
get from Rama. I mean, it's just a quick run over there.
Well, sure. If it's close enough by, I'm gonna try to sprint.
Yeah. So
bring
is
Rama
Arvon.
along because I need
Before you leave-
bring Rama along because I need a translator.
Before you leave, there is one matter we must settle. The coffin.
Oh, right. That thing.
I can have it locked away. The priestess herself will back up that I'm not lying. They will keep it sealed. And they will pay for the privilege.
Let's
That
wait until
may-
tomorrow and when Talon is with us.
I won't wait.
That
for
may be
tomorrow.
true. That may be true. But
You-
how much more could we get if we returned them to where they were meant to go?
I should also note
They
you
weren't a
did
nobody. They weren't a nobody. They were a noble.
Yes, there was someone very powerful, very angry, and who's currently very dead in our land. If this changes while they're here, bad things will happen.
I should note she explicitly mentioned that they would be set free eventually. So
Yes,
I'm not-
because eventually all things that are immortal are set free. Even we have a limit to our lifespans.
I'd like to
The
be a
way I
little bit
see
more
it, either we return it to Court Knox and demand a quite noble payment out of the endeavor,
And get
or
killed
we
for our troubles.
or we finish the job here.
I
Do you really
hate to
want
say it.
Risk being stabbed over a political
And-
disagreement.
Yes, I hate to
And,
say it, but in this case, I'm with Jorn. We do not want to go there. I do not want to meet vampires.
What of the elves who you sold that mace? I would expect they may know some more reliable means of keeping it contained than a bunch of
Find any
cultists of hate.
cultists.
You take issue
Say
with
that again, girl, and I will cut you.
cultists? Feel free to try. It wouldn't surprise me.
As Eleonora speaks up, I would appreciate if no blood was spilled in these grounds. Well, the fruits of your labors are yours alone. you are yet seekers of truth together. And I prefer not to have anyone be cut over things that they regret.
The priest.
Speak
Miss-
truthfully and
I'm in
amicably
contact.
amongst each other.
Miss Sybil,
Priests
can
are
you
in
see
contact
what would
with
happen
us.
if we? Can you see what would happen if we were to wake the vampire here?
To wake the vampire here.
I want to know whether the stories of them starting a brood in the city are to be believed.
She looks down at the coffin, touching the lid, not far from where Yorn is sitting. She says, the person within is hungry. They would have to be provided blood. Depending on who provides it, she might be powerful when she wakes. But with us here, as well as the knights guarding this place, a single vampire isn't much of a match for the lot of us.
Now, when you say depending on the type of blood, I assume you mean magical blood will be more potent for her?
I did look into the thought if I provided blood to her.
I would advise against that.
Why would we even be entertaining the idea of waking her?
Because our other option is trusting an avowed worshipper of the god of hate.
Oh, please. I quit all such fanatical demon worship. All we do is do as our god commands. This one, taps coffin, is from a land where they don't even have gods.
I
Would
envision
you
if
really
other
trust-
blood was provided, the outcomes would be not likable if Yorn provided her blood. If any other, Lucius would be seduced in a fortnight.
Fortnite.
Damn it! Damn
Mere
it!
Fortnite
Fortnite
would
Battle
do it.
Pass.
Damn,
got
I'd last
shit.
that long?
Out my ass.
A mere minute would
Clear-
be all it would take. for that.
Clearly, they're not. You know what? Clearly, they're not attractive enough. Not worth waking them.
No, I want to hear the others. What would happen if Rama gave blood?
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we're about to get down. Get down. 10 kills on the board right now.
I
Just
cast
wiped out
King
Tomato
of
Town.
Swords to obliterate Atronach's voice from the ether.
The spell activates.
Anyway, the question about Rama, she says, it is not the type of blood that would transform her any greater to the extent that the rest of you would. Yorn's blood in particular has properties that would change
I
some
would appreciate
things.
being secret.
I wouldn't.
My
You keep
blood,
talking.
my blood may provide her a gift of the terrible sorts. The blood of one who's not here would provide a disastrous outcome. But the rest of you four would provide a normal balance of things. But the future is murky on that. It all depends upon our actions.
Yes, like getting her
So-
sealed away where she can do no harm.
I don't buy the do no harm for a second.
Why not?
Nobody would die.
Because they're
Salnora says after delay.
Are you wishing
That
You mean
is-
if
that
we
is
wake
po-
her?
that is possibly the worst way you could have phrased that.
Lucius, are
Considering-
you wishing for
considering we
people's
know,
deaths in this matter?
Considering we know of Court Knox, nobody dying is not something that's exactly desirable.
I consider someone being raised from the dead a form of dying.
Ah,
It
okay.
is a form of dying.
Oh, in that case, that's a lot better. I do
Well then,
find
we're in
the
agreement.
I do find Yorn's contacts wildly suspicious, considering they're paying us for the privilege.
Now, why I do not exactly like them, feeling that is mutual. What about the high elves?
We could report it to the Knights of Justice. They wouldn't pay us, but they'd definitely handle this appropriately.
Salnor moves her hand from the lid. The Knights of Justice would awaken her to stand trial.
For
Well,
fuck's
mine
sake.
then.
Oh my, it's almost like I've proposed a very handy and useful solution to our problem, and we're all sat here arguing over how much you don't like myself.
It would
I
be
mean-
Offended.
it'd be a satisfying conclusion to her tale. Actually, a perception check real quick.
Check bonus.
I have +2, I think. Yeah, Egg has the best.
Well, Chloe, you notice that Salnora had wiped a tear from her eye in her last little motion to move away from the coffin.
Hmm. I noticed it, but I'm not sure what to make of that. Almost seems some form of tragedy. Hmm.
You can simply not accept payment for the transfer if you'd wish. I can always tell them that their gracious charity is not needed.
And what do you get out of this?
The same as all of you. A small
And-
measure of gold in my pocket. Or do you believe that I wish to wake this thing?
It was used for power before.
Of course, so anyone who wishes to look over it must wish for power. Of
know
course,
that
such a small
know that
market.
your priests wish to use it for power as well.
They'll keep it sealed.
With
For as
Selenora's
long
testament, I've
as
no
they're able.
with Selenora's testament, I've no doubt that that's true. But we might be making a much bigger problem for ourselves down the road.
As opposed to making a very big problem for ourselves at this moment. So we take it to the Knights of Justice. They immediately free her. Should she escape, she's liable to kill many, many people. We take her down to her homeland. Should she escape, she will undoubtedly kill many,
many people, or will be killed along the way, as we've found out, which will happen. We could let her go right now and try and kill her ourselves, but if she grabs one of us, myself, or the dear Lady Sybil, it'll lead to a disastrous outcome with the deaths of many, many people. Or we could take her to my contacts, a lovely priesthood, who will ensure that for a very long time, much longer than your little lifespan, man, that she will be locked away and can do no harm.
She's not
And in the
roused.
meantime, we make a bit of money.
She's not roused from her slumber, no matter how many times we've opened that lid. Putting her down ourselves doesn't seem too difficult.
So,
You say that. Things are
why
always more
precisely?
complicated.
So why precisely would they pay us for an indefinite chore of containing her, or storing her at the very least, if they don't gain something from it? And what precisely do they gain from it?
Oh my. Why would people who go out of their way to ensure that a great many people don't die needlessly, why would they ever pay to ensure such a thing doesn't happen? Oh my, there
Let's
must be some
let's
sinister
let's,
plot, you're right.
let's not kid ourselves. We're talking about
Lucius just looks
worshippers
at
of hate here.
Lucius just looks at Yorn, looks at the skeleton standing next to her as though it explains why she's wrong.
I'll have you know that the privileges of self-defense
Got him.
are inalienable.
All right, Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, and many would argue the same about the privileges of resting. But let's not get into that argument just now.
Ah, of course, the little pacifist. You've never heard a thing, have you?
Sir Makaran coughs, making his presence known and obvious, despite him being here mostly the entire time. Not interrupting the argument between the elven ladies before now, and saying, if there is this much disagreement, I would say that we ought to take it to the Knights of Justice. Even if it is awakened, it will stand trial, and it will be obviously executed for its crimes against the living. They'll be judged fairly under Freeport law, and that will be the end of all matters.
What is the Freeport law on the undead? Are they automatically deemed crimes against the living?
While there's no specific cutouts for things that have no will of their own, he glances aside at Yorn's pet.
The skeleton will be made to wave.
It is not recognized as a matter of official practice of magic to study the arts of raising the dead, outside of the matters of priesthood and the divine art of bringing the living back to the land of the living. Fort Knox, being the land of the dead, is dissatisfactory to my person, but knowing the Knights of Truth, they have acted with malice and contempt for the living for some time. And as a noble of this land, they are not without crimes that transfer within this jurisdiction. Likelihood, which is the unwilling theft of many creatures' lifebloods. And if this creature's mere presence can cause such discord among you, it is best that this is taken away, so it does not harm any unity you yet have further.
What little unity we have is being harmed by such incessant hatred for no reason I can see. Tell me,
I might
have
be-
any of you met one of the priests?
Why haven't you brought them here?
Well, they're busy, of course. Or do you make high-ranking officials of any organization come and visit you?
I do when I have a vampire noble of Courtnox sitting in the dining room.
Well then, why don't we go and see if I can arrange a meeting, face to face? But I'm afraid the body can't stay here. It would have to come with.
I would be more willing to allow you and yours the body if I got a chance to talk to them personally.
It won't be
And
with all of them.
pray tell, why don't we arrange a meeting in a more neutral location?
Well, I do know the location of a rather secluded bar. No one will bother us there, and the threat of violence and death.
And Selnor,
Completely out of character,
Yeah.
Verdant. What was the name of the pub that the guild hall
Swangle.
rests under? The what, sorry?
swaying goal. Like a goal that
What's the-
sways.
Yeah. The swaying gull. Out back of it, there's a courtyard that can be used. It's far away from most prying eyes, but not too secluded as to be space for an ambush. Come on, let's bring the body there. Young will stand up and order number 2 to start dragging it next to him.
I do not think that moving a corpse into the less reputable areas of the city, dragged by a skeleton, is a good idea.
It's approaching nighttime, we shan't be seen. And
I
to allay
don't
your
believe
fears
that makes
further,
it better.
Yon
Make it-
will throw her cloak over the skeleton to cover it up.
There's nothing saying we couldn't
Yeah.
just rest and bring it over tomorrow. Maybe
There are
Talon has some
several
insight
things.
on
Would you
the.
really wish to be carrying a coffin in the middle of broad daylight again?
Would you really wish to be carrying a vampire at night?
A dead vampire.
A still
Resting
living
vampire.
vampire.
Yes, yes.
Selnor speaks up. Perhaps it is right that you leave it here and we can simply speak about it in the morning. After much thought has been put into the matter.
Wow. Well, this is most disappointing. I shan't lie. To see such distrust for such little reason is hurtful in all manners.
Aren't you the one who refuses to stand too close to basically anyone in the party?
Yes, but I've not tried to actively harm any of you.
Neither
That's
have
it.
we.
Same now.
Yeah. I'm not
Uh,
trying to.
You were just threatening to slice me, I believe.
Yes,
Is a
upon slandering
close enough
my
term.
entire religion.
I believe I spoke quite accurately.
You didn't. You were mistaken.
Oh. You haven't done a good job of dissuading me of that belief.
I wouldn't do a good job of persuading you of anything. You'd sell your own
Mm.
mother for a loaf of bread.
And you'd
But
sell a
not
dead
the corpse
vampire
of
for
my
a couple
family.
of you'd sell a living vampire for a couple of silver.
You sell the innocence of young maidens for nothing but some flowery words.
Oh, it's a ridiculous and patently false insult.
Oven size.
Proven to the
What do you
actions
need
of
again,
all.
Lucius? I'm going to go shopping.
I think it's a bit late for that today, but
I can still try. Why they argue, and you as well, apparently.
he's just gonna
You're just
toss
gonna
you.
shove her way through.
He's just gonna toss you a copper and tell you to get Saran something tasty.
A copper, so generous.
Listen, that's enough for one set of rations. I'm sure it's enough for a dog.
Daring, aren't we?
Listen, it's enough. It's enough for a dog treat. I'm not gonna spend the silver on a fucking dog, am I? No offense, Sar. No offense, Saran.
He's a wolf, not a dog.
I thought you were gonna go. No offense, Sar.
Listen,
Sar,
you say
no
she-
offense.
you
No
know,
offense.
hold on. You say she's a wolf, not a dog, but what is a dog if not a domesticated wolf, which Saran is?
No, she's not domesticated, she's trained. Those words
She's
are very
domesticated.
different.
She doesn't go. She doesn't go to the bathroom indoors. Domesticated.
Anyways, Avon is going to see if the ogre merchant is still open, and if not, takes a run for a walk.
Okay. Let's see.
Lucius,
Yes,
would you come over
Blog
here?
is still able to provide goods. You wish to buy yourself for the 4 silver?
Yes, I'll buy that thingy I need.
Okay.
I
Alright.
should have just left this thing buried in the desert.
4 silver, you said, right?
But I've got
Yep.
a very good solution to it. No one seems to be understanding.
Yep. And by the time Arvin returns with Saran, it'll be nightfall. Atronach, are you deciding to stay in the port side of Freeport, or do you make the trek through the night to return to the Seekers of Truth?
If it's already nighttime, I imagine I'm very tired from all that
The ritual?
ritual stuff during the day, so I'll probably just end up sleeping there.
Wearing your magnificent fucking robe.
Oh hell yeah! It's dripped out. I'm not taking that shit off. Drippy as fuck.
Untranslatable.
Beautiful. Alright. While you're there, your master will tell you that there is another task, another badge of proof of your mastery of wizardry. But it is
Yes,
something
another.
that he provides, and not as something that that you can craft. But he does desire something.
What would that be?
There are places not that far from here, but places I would not trek with the cursed air about them. There is such a place that used to hold many slumbering knights of Diarnes as they would perform their crusades against giants in the desert. This place is a place of the fallen, I would call it. And in there is a curse put upon there with many dead clinging to a crimson mist.
The
Lost
Crimson Mist,
within,
you say?
yes, lost within there. Not too long ago. Some cultists of a burning god have sought refuge there. They carried a object of immense destructive power, a wand. And this wand, I believe, through my research, is split into fragments. What I seek from it there is the remainder of such a vessel of power. A wand of blackened wood. If you can bring this to me, I shall provide you an item of some significant power to show respect for an apprentice such as yourself. Quickly enterprising as you are.
I will do my best to track this item down for you. It sounds daunting, but anything to help me further my cause. I have come this far. I mean to keep going.
That you should. Now, to rest with you. If you have more questions, we shall speak in the morning, but alas, I have things to do.
Certainly.
Alright?
I will meet up
Man
with
is
you
asking you
at
to,
another time.
Man is asking you to bring him a big black wand.
Get the fuck out of my house and bring me a big black wand.
It reads
Master,
Hitachi.
what is this Tenga logo that is on it?
Do not worry about that, my student. Go fetch it for me right now.
It helps alleviate
And grab the
pain.
anointing oils. I have use.
Alright, anything anyone else wants to do before their characters rest for the night?
Well, Lucius is gonna go to the ogre mentioned tomorrow, but for now, nothing.
You're
Okay.
almost going to try and convince Lucius to side with her and then go straight to a guildmaster.
The problem is that I don't really trust you as far as I can throw you, and I don't trust your guildmaster as far as she can throw you. So that's
Man, the exact words of Lucius?
Well, I guess it's a bit too late for Arvin to get to his good master, but so he will probably return.
There is another person that tries to convince Lucius of things.
oh.
I shan't forget this.
A knock upon his door. He is visited by Salanora.
Oh. I mean, he won't object, but isn't it a bit early?
It hasn't even been a full fortnight yet.
What will Salanora
Immediately.
convince?
Salanora says, I know I've offered everything to do with the coffin as something of a matter for you yourselves to decide upon. But after thinking upon it myself, I do not wish for her to be brought to the Knights of Justice, nor to the Master of Yorn.
What alternative do I have with?
I wish to speak to. I wish to speak to Aaron Defer.
And I imagine my blood would cause the least amount of harm. Were you wake her?
She nods her head.
Within a fortnight.
She
It would
won't be
cause no
around that
harm
long.
without a fortnight.
With enough, yeah. Implying any of us will live that long, but I suppose we should hear her side of everything before we condemn her one way or another.
She says, "Thank you. Now, please enjoy your rest." She says, departing.
Depending on what Lucius here, he might just sell her out to Yorn's people, anyways. But
All right.
I mean, Yorn's made her mind up. She can't be convinced to give in, so this will have to be done when she has no influence on the matter.
and while Lucius respects you, he doesn't trust you.
Oh yeah, no, completely out of character. That's fine.
Yes.
All right. So, you were deciding to go to.
Unfortunately, it's too late for Lucius to ask Salnor to stay.
Too late because she already left, or
room?
Oh, is that Yarn's room?
Yes. Stop going through his things.
there
Just
are
keep the
two.
knickers there, by
There
the
are
way.
two levels to this place.
Stop going for her things. Your knickers can be found there. Really now.
Stop.
Rummage through his stuff looking for a diary.
You don't find one.
Day one, I
Rummage-
really want to be evil. Day two,
No. You
Rummage-
won't find a diary.
Rummage through
Day
his stuff
two,
looking for
I've practiced it. I practiced my noble evil laugh 5 times today. I'm getting better.
rummage through her stuff looking for number one's diary.
It's a skeleton. It doesn't do anything without orders. She didn't order it to write a diary. There is no diary. You find an empty notebook.
Anyway, so what
Think
is
about rummaging through her place for panties before realizing she probably doesn't wear any.
Sure. Anyway, so what is Ron doing?
Yorn. Oh, yeah, Yorn's off to a guildmaster.
I hope not everyone's doing Yorn.
Yorn's off to a guildmaster to explain the situation.
Okay, some of these Mandelas are fine, but come on.
What about my artwork?
This is a stream on YouTube.
It's a good piece of art. What are you talking about?
Anyway,
Look,
right,
we are not Hindu.
Yeah, we're not Hindu.
Yeah, we're Hindu. We're Hindu.
Without looking,
I was just drawing the Windows logo. I don't know.
All right, so Yorn, you go over to Dismal Rage. I see the word horror is still written on the map.
Is there a fill button? I want to be Indian.
Phil doesn't really sound like an Indian name.
Hello, I'm Phil from Wichita.
And hello, I am Phil with Microsoft. Would you like to?
Hello, I am Phil.
Access your account.
All right, so
Your account is hacked and it needs to be fixed. Give me your
right.
password, please.
So Yorn, what are you saying to Opal?
All right. I've been unable to convince them. They're determined to either awaken the thing or send it off to the Knights of Justice for execution. Oh.
Neither of these are good outcomes.
I know. You don't have to explain to me the severity of the situation. It's a several 100-year immortal vampire. And she, apparently, is very, very hungry.
Oh, and I would
They just
intend
can't
on.
be reasoned with.
I do intend on feeding that hunger soon enough.
Oh, they'll beat you to it. All to do with that elf and the Hearthblood. She'll mock
Well.
spit at the floor.
Well, if you cannot convince them to bring it here where it can be inducted properly, then I would recommend that you return with a changed mind. Weigh on the side of them waking it and see what you can do yourself.
I could always make it myself. Have my, pat the skull or the second skeleton. Have my little friend deliver my own blood to it from a safe distance. Have them deal with the fallout themselves and realize the folly of their ways. Oh, but the mind reader, she'd know instantly.
For several reasons, I shall discuss it no further with you.
Yes.
You have grapes in your hand. Now it's time for you to make wine.
I simply wish to keep you apprised of the situation as it unfolds. And Yorn will leave and head back.
One pentacle.
She'll just walk through it.
Alright, it's late in the night when Yorn, the Nightwalker, returns.
Don't call it that. It makes it sound worse.
Returned
The
like
Walker
she
of the
belongs
Night.
to the streets.
The lady of the night.
The Lady of the Night, the one who prowls the streets.
Chloe is still awake, studying her magic thanks to that energy drink.
Chloe's fully buzzed.
How
Yorn
does
will
Ca-
notice the door to her room is still ajar, and she'll just look at Lucius with the most disgusted, just vile look you can imagine coming from a woman.
I didn't know Lucius can turn doors into jars, but
Impressive.
And it's filled too.
no, he can fill jars.
Who's
No
filling? Why
gallons.
who's filling? Why is he in jars?
He does not want me to.
Anyway, I'm skipping all the way to morning.
Good. Oh, also, how does caffeine affect elves?
They get drunk.
Was it even caffeine?
Well, it's
No, it
not
was cocaine.
All
It was
night,
cocaine.
number 2 will stand guard for Yorn to keep pervert out of her room.
Why would
Anytime
you
Lucius
keep?
will approach?
Why
All
would you
night
keep
the pervert
Saran
will
out of your
stand in
room?
front of
Well, it's just if Lucius approaches, the skeleton will just, start poking at him till he leaves. The pokes get progressively more violent as he gets closer to the door.
I don't see why Lucius, what Lucius did to deserve this treatment.
She knows. You didn't close her drawer fully.
What does she know?
You've been
How
in
many
the room.
sets of clothes does she own?
Several dresses. That's pretty much it. Well, and shoes.
I don't know if you have that
How
much
does
money.
she own that much? Yeah.
I didn't say they were
Unless you
great.
just bought them.
I didn't say they were great dresses. Nowhere near as opulent as the one she normally does. Or wear.
Even still, I'm not sure how you'd have that money.
She has some burlap sacks that have been cut with holes in them.
I suppose it would be fitting.
No, it's just normal.
Yeah,
stuff.
spare
She only has
dresses.
the one dress. Yeah. They're all exactly identical to the one she's got on at the moment.
Yeah, she's not that.
So it looks like
wealthy.
she's just got the one retaining.
She's not that
Extremely
wealthy.
male behavior from her.
Anyway, yeah. So it is morning time. You all waken. You're all able to sup and dine upon food, breaking your fast. You have. But before the time that most of you are fully up and awake, I know Yorn and likely Chloe are passed out at this time of day.
That's probably.
There are visitors from the monks of the Ashen Order once more.
Strange lot, those.
They come with another box of silver. Meryl's, yeah, Meryl's request for another audience with Selenora, but of the more private variety.
Only she knew she was knocking at my door last night.
Of course, Lucius would be fine with either of them knocking his door.
Lucius leaves his door unlocked just in case.
Wakes up, 2 gold is missing.
Only 2 gold.
Lucius sleeps with his gold somewhere where if it went missing, he wouldn't particularly mind.
Ass, really? So that's
it's called
why all the gold you pull out's brown.
It's called a coin purse for a reason.
God damn it.
Alright, it's pretty late for me here. I should probably go.
Alright, just to summarize, there's a private audience that they have with Selenora. The monks leave the immediate side, their lead monk, while Selenora and Meryl have a chat. So by the end of it, the lady monk seems content and leaves after providing the donation. Sir Makaran speaks to a lot of you, saying that the funds have come in from the Adventurers Guild this morning. They will provide a bounty for the slaying of the crocodile with the provision of its head, and that they will be giving 20 silvers to your group.
Right, not bad, certainly.
No,
I do wonder who the monks that keep coming here are.
How much was it? 20?
20 silver. So we split amongst you.
Total.
To be split, okay.
Do you ask Selenora about the monks? Or are you just having...
Selenora. Yeah, there's monks.
Alright, Selenora says they're from the Ashen Order. They're monasteries in the mountains to the north of Freeport. From there, they seek to preserve and tend after their master and finding the ways of keeping the body healthy and the wisdom of the ancients preserved. Their current master is the wisest of them, known as Yimbris.
seems they're looking for something specific, considering the multiple visits we've received from them.
She says, it does seem so, and after speaking with their head monk, they seem to be uncertain if they found it.
Is it worth us poking into?
I know not what there is to poke into, as you say. They seem to be quite interested with this eternal soul concept. But it's not a physical thing that they can possess, to my knowledge. Have you, and I'm guessing Town would have shown up at some point during this conversation. Have you come to any decision on what you're doing about the coffin?
I believe we should rouse her. We can always put her down again if it becomes a problem. And it's worth knowing more about it before simply turning her over to either of the interested parties.
If we must, I suppose it beats Yorm's masters doing so.
Summer Karen, how confident are you in putting it down with our help, should it be necessary?
Well, I was trained in the art of sword and the art of priesthood as a boy. I am confident in providing great unease, if not harm, to creatures that walk past their expiration.
And I don't intend to raise her at full power. Only give her enough blood to get her to talk.
Okay, so Selenora, whose blood would have the least consequences?
She thinks for a moment and then counts off her fingers. Either Lucius, Chloe, or Arvin's blood.
Mm.
It was my proposal. I suppose I should be the one to do it, unless you'd like to volunteer, Arvin.
I may volunteer. It may be right, being as she was once one of my people, to rouse her with our blood.
I'm a melee fighter. You two should stay back and provide aid if necessary.
That seems prudent. I'll allow the melee fighter to.
All right.
Perform the blood donation.
We
should
Talon
probably
back?
wait for Yorn. Yeah, we should probably wait for Yorn and Talon to get up.
Town would be back.
I walk in, stunning my new crimson robes, and I go, "Look at all of you! Look at me! I am feeling very, very snazzy right now."
Hey, you're almost dressed like Yorn. I didn't know you were in the room last night.
No. I don't think any man wishes to be in a room with her alone.
I'm glad most of you
You think women want
are
to?
sensible.
It depends on the woman, doesn't it now?
All right. So the question is, now that most of you but Invader are here, do you wish to begin this now, or would you wish to carry this over to the next Saturday?
I'm going to do it
Oh.
next week.
We can do it next week, considering Invader isn't here, and he might have actual objections to us rousing her. Can't
Well,
do
Yes,
something.
that's
I'm
why we
just
should do it now.
I'm just gonna
We all-
I'm just gonna put this here right now. Anyway, saving now.
give it 2 fortnights.
Ah, she can roast me all night.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. But today's session is over. Take care. Have a good one, and this shall be probably a slower week